Hi guys. Oh, it's Monday. It's late afternoon. It's 3:52 and I'm tired. I have been crafting part of the day, not all of the day. I just finished the mini album and box that I'm sure you will have seen by the time you see this. And I am so exhausted from doing that project. It takes a lot out of me to do a large mini album and then to do a matching box. It's even, I'll be honest with you, it's a little more difficult when I have someone with a special request. Usually when people just say, I want a wedding album and I want you to use this paper collection and my main color is red, then I get to use a lot of creative freedom with that paper pad and red. When somebody says, I want this, 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 it makes it more difficult because my creative freedom is a little bit reined in and limited. So when I have a project like that, and I'm not complaining, I'm just saying it messes with my head because my head just wants to do whatever it wants to do. But then I have to remember, oh yeah, I'm supposed to do this. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to do that. So I'm tired. But anyway, I have a lot of comments. So let's talk about ghosts. Let's see. All right. Maryville 55, she comments a lot. All right, me and my sister both believe in ghosts. My sister lives in the house that we grew up in, and about 1 month after my mom passed away, the music box on the bookshelf in the living room started playing all on its own. We both believe that it was my mom telling us that she is still around. Thanks again for another great vlog. Jeanette Solomon, I totally believe in spirits. Before my craft room was a craft room, it was a spare room and hardly ever used. After my father-in-law passed away, we would find the light on or the door open frequently when nobody had been in there. Peyton was very close to him, and she often sees his shadow walk by when she's washing dishes. Our house is only 11 years old, and we are the only owners, so it couldn't be anyone else. Honestly, we welcome it. He's just popping in to say hello. I love that. Sandra Sundell. The first Christmas after my mom passed away in 2011, my sister and I put up a small tree for her in pink, her favorite color. I slept on the couch that night by the tree. In the middle of the night, I had the strongest feeling my mom was there. Sadly, I kept my eyes shut and was afraid to open them. I know she was there. The feeling was so overwhelming. I can still feel it as if it happened last night. Yes, I do believe in ghosts, but my mom is an angel. I love the weekly topic edition. Cool. I do too. I really, I wanted to get something so that we could all interact. And, yeah. Okay, so Daisy Stink one, I don't really understand. I went back, I always on Monday morning, I go back and I watch my entire vlog and I just craft while it plays. So I can remind myself of what I said so that when I'm reading comments, I'm on the same page. But you wrote, the only difference between us and North Korea is the First Amendment and the press. Be grateful. So if you would elaborate on that and what you're trying to convey, if you could go into a little more detail, because I'm not real sure where you were going with that. Okay, Katie S. Wow, love this topic. Yes, in capital letters, I do believe in ghosts. I work as a care worker in a nursing home and have felt the pressure or the presence of a few of the residents that have passed on. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I've been working there for the last 10 years. About a month ago, I had an experience where I felt like someone had pinched my right hip. Must have been a man. I looked around, but no one was there, and I definitely felt that pinch. I've had a few colleagues say they've seen things too. We were only discussing it last week as one colleague said she has a ghost in her house, as both of her grown kids have had experiences with it. I'm not religious, but do believe. I also believe in angels. Not sure about the afterlife, though, but going around once is enough for me. LOL. I also had a resident tell me today that the bad thing about death is you don't know if you're dead. My mom passed away 14 years ago and my grandma 3 years. I strongly believe they are watching, and sometimes I don't. But anyhow, I often dream about my parents and my grandma, and sometimes I've had a reoccurring of a scene in a dream that appears in another, but in a different scenario. I remember waking up the next morning and thinking I've had that dream before, but different. I've had a lot of weird dreams lately too. Hope you feel better soon. Well, thank you, Katie S. And I've had something similar to that too, where part of a dream goes into a different dream. Dreams are so strange. I used to be really into it, to where I had these books that would tell me what dreams, certain things in dreams meant. But yeah, I haven't done that in a while, but it is interesting. Million Crowns. They wrote, believe it or not, watch what I recorded. And I went to their channel. So if you're interested, go back to last week's vlog and click on Million Crowns. And they took a video, and there is some orb looking thing in their video. It's just really unusual. Sherry Vaughn, I do not believe in ghosts or orbs. I believe that the Bible teaches that once we pass away, that we are either with the Lord or we are in hell. I agree with you that the press media is to blame, but they will not see it. Well, Sherry, like I said, I kind of struggle because, you know, for me, the Bible says that there will be a judgment day where the Lord judges the living and the dead. So part of me, my heart wants to believe that our loved ones go directly, preferably to heaven. Wherever they're going, they go directly there. But the other part of me thinks maybe they're in eternal rest until the time where the Lord comes back and he judges everyone. So in that interim meantime, you know what I mean? Our brains are not, okay, the Bible says things that are so open for interpretation that we don't really for sure know exactly what it means. We know what it says, but does it mean this or does it mean that? And so sometimes I struggle with certain parts because I'm like, well, what does it mean? What does that mean? I know what it says, but what does that mean? So I'm not upset by that. I'm going to find out one day. We'll just put it that way. All right, my cousin, Lisa Van Gundy, says, yes, 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 on Dirty Dancing, great classic. I had the CD too, great music. I'm sick about the shooting. Oh, the shooting was just horrible. And such a blessing that the congressman who was there had a security detail with him, or else there would have been, they say, 20 or 25 could have been killed. Great to see Sessions assert his righteous anger, and yeah, all a waste of money. I like that term, righteous anger. Hey, didn't I see and hear Comey say that he himself leaked the info to his friend at the college? Yes, you did. And didn't he break the law by doing that? Yes, he did. Then why aren't they doing anything about it? I don't know. Just like Hillary having a computer installed in her basement. That was wrong and there's no punishment. Ugh, I know. I was really hoping Trump would pop her on that one. It's like they walk all over the Republicans and step over or tread lightly with the Democrats. I just wish they'd play fair. Okay, I'm off my soapbox. Yes, I believe in all the paranormal stuff. And oh, just to let you know, after my sister passed, I had a dream about her. She was in it and was a real calming dream. After I woke up, I remembered it, and it was like she was letting me know she was all right. It was a great dream. The last time I dreamt of her was in 1999, and I was here in Texas. She passed in 1981 at the age of 21, and she didn't write this, but that was in California. Now in this dream, she was helping me get my seatbelt off because I was stuck in my car. She was very helpful, and I didn't understand the dream until about a week later when I got into a car accident here in Texas. I hydroplaned and my car was totally ruined. I wasn't hurt, and it was so weird because when she had her accident, we didn't have any seatbelt. So sorry. We didn't have any seatbelt laws. So she wasn't wearing one, and in my dream, she was helping me with mine. Anyhow, both of these dreams are so vivid, and I do remember them like it was yesterday. So weird that you had a similar happening. Thank you so much for your vlog and your time. Love and blessings to you. Cousin Lisa. All right. Gonna see Cousin Lisa next month. All right, AE. Being a Christian. Okay, this is a long one, but this one's really good, and I enjoyed what she had to say. Being a Christian does not fall in line with being in the supernatural. There is a spiritual realm all around us as well as an evil one. Since the fall of man, this world has had to endure suffering, discomfort, and evil. I think Christians are fascinated with hauntings and supernatural things because it confirms what we already know. Christianity tells us that hauntings are not our loved ones, but demonic manifestations that are meant to trick and deceive us. And on some level, I really believe that too. And it's been reported on a lot of the shows that we watch, they will say that you know, the evil spirits will be very friendly and welcoming and nice. They start out that way, and then they turn wicked and horrible. Okay, but I believe orbs can be from the angelic realm. That is all around us as well. I believe that our loved ones have no contact with us after death because they have passed on to either heaven or hell. I do believe, though, that God's angels have a very strong presence in our daily lives and that the orbs can be explained that way. Should I ever experience a haunting, such as something trying to communicate with me or my family in my home, I will banish it in the name of the Lord and pray for the Lord and his angels to surround us and protect us from it. Satan is subtle, though, and usually doesn't deceive people through Hollywood movie level hauntings. He uses everyday evil, the type we don't associate with being supernatural. I'm the one who saw the orbs in the dining room and the craft room, and would say that they are either light reacting with dust particles, which is very boring, or something from the angelic spiritual realm. Well, the one you saw coming out of the closet here, I don't know. Once I actually saw it, it looked like an orb. It didn't look like dust. And the photographs that we have, and guys, I had a computer that crashed about 5 years ago, and I didn't have it backed up. And so I lost the photos with the orbs. But I have this computer backed up now. And I should just take some random pictures around the house. Okay. Let's see. I would never attempt to contact or interact with them because the Bible teaches against that. Even if it's angels, they are not to be put on the same level as God. They are simply doing the Lord's work. As far as an interest in the haunting subject, my husband and I can't get enough of haunting shows. We'll have to check out My Haunted House. Like I said, it's extra fascinating to a Christian because we know it to be true. People on the shows usually try to interact with it, which is a no-no. It's usually the women who start talking to it and try to get the men to. Sounds a lot like Eve in the garden, doesn't it? I was thinking just that before I even read your bottom line, girl. All right, Terry Wilson. Terry, have you commented before? I don't remember. We own a house in Hawaii and have a burial site on our property. Ooh. Do I believe in ghosts and spirits? Absolutely. We have experienced this while at our house in Hawaii. Oh my gosh. Oh. I'm sorry. They are peaceful spirits. I think it's from like all the talking. Because I'm quiet all day because nobody's here. I'm not talking. And all of a sudden I'm talk. I think I start yawning. I don't know. They are peaceful spirits and it has been fun to experience them. I don't know if I'd call it fun. I'd call it scary. We have had guests staying with us that have experienced them also. We have never told them anything either. We just rented our house out and the people asked if we had ever had visitors. I think I might be mad at you, Terry, if I rented your house and you did not tell me there were any ghosts there. I really think I would. Our friends told them yes. The spirits are never mean or scary, peaceful and just passing through. Love your remodel and all the changes. You are amazing. Loving your cats every Monday morning. Tell me what you mean by loving my cats every Monday morning. Great way to start the week. Have a great week. Hugs. All right, so that's it for today. That was 16. Was that 16? Let's see what the video manager says. I have to tell you guys, something is happening this evening. You guys know that I have been designing for Only One Life Creations on Etsy, and that is Candace Scarborough. And she's coming to my house tonight. Yeah. She messaged me Saturday and said that she was helping a friend move. She was flying wherever she was, and then they were driving back together, and she was coming through Denver and she would wave. And I was like, oh girl, when are you coming? How long are you staying? What's going on? Tell me more. And they're gonna get in a little later in the evening, probably like 8 o'clock. I was like, why don't you get your hotel? Because I had talked about meeting them for dinner, but I know when you get into town and you're gonna stay somewhere, it's like, let's just get settled into our hotel. And they're gonna eat earlier because, you know, it's gonna be getting late and stuff. So she's gonna come over here. I think the other lady is gonna be with her. I don't know the other lady. Unless it's Sybil. Sybil, is it you? No, it's not Sybil. But anyway, they're going to come over and we're going to meet and, you know, just sit and visit. And I'm excited about it. I've had a couple of crafty friends that have come to the house and it's great. So anyway, I'm going to go because I'm going to shower and do my hair and get dressed and stuff. And I'll be back. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye. It's Monday afternoon. Well, it's evening. It's 6:37. And I wanted to tell you that last week, I placed an order for one of these. Okay, if you guys are familiar with Shark Tank, you'll know it's one of those, like, really, I'm not going to be able to talk to you because here come the guys. Come here, guys.
I'm leaving.
You're leaving?
Yeah, not just because the video's on, because I actually have to go.
Oh.
I got a dinner. This is sticky.
Alright. See you next week.
Well, I might stop by tonight, depending on how late it goes.
Why would you come back tonight?
If he needs help putting shit on that shelf.
Oh,
Stuff on that shelf.
It's alright. We say shit around here.
So.
Should I tell him the funny that you did, honey?
Yes. Yes.
And then I'll tell him the funny you did.
I didn't do anything funny.
And then I was sitting in the corner laughing.
He was, Blake was laughing.
All right, go ahead, and then I'll spill mine.
So, look out there, by the way, and see if it's... You guys told me you got all the blue out.
Not all the blue, but a majority of it.
No, you didn't look.
You mean to drain it some more?
You
No,
can't
but
get the stuff out of the hoses without killing one of those pumps.
Look how dark it is.
That looks good right there.
Okay.
Unless you want to go pump it out.
No, it's too late. Anyway.
I feel like the creek's a little bit too low. I think we should.
So,
Okay, you're going to have to hang on to this one. You're going to have to sit here for just a minute.
Okay, so, honey gets home. Candace is coming over. I was like, look, there's only one thing I'd really like for you to do before she comes. I said, the pond is looking kind of algae, pea soupy, not so bueno. Could you drain it and get the algae out and refill it? And he's like, why don't we just pour some blue in it? And I was like, okay, I guess you can try that. He goes, how much do I put in? I was like a little shot glass. Just a little bit, like a little shot glass. And he goes, okay. So I start cleaning off the back table. And I turn around and look at him, and he's like this. And there's just like this huge stream of blue stuff going in. And I screamed, ah! And he yelled at me, don't scream at me. I'm like, oh my God, that's too much. He goes, no, it's not. And all of a sudden, this like massive blue starts pouring out the waterfall.
It looks like somebody dumped a can of blue paint in there.
And Blake is busting the gut laughing. And I'm just standing there with bug eyes like, oh God, what are we going to do now? And he's pissed off.
Keep in mind, he just got home from work, though, too.
Okay, are you done? Now, can I share?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so here's what happened. We got the pond. We got everything put in. Everything was looking great, flowing fantastic. The pumps were cycling like no other. Honey, my female honey, obviously.
You have a male honey?
No, I said obviously. Decides she wants fish.
Oh, they know the story.
18 fish in less than 30 seconds.
I put in the title, Fish Murderer, on that vlog. They know all about it.
Yeah, well, they're going to hear it again.
Okay.
So, all these poor little goldfish, this big.
18 in less than 30 seconds.
They can't put up with the suction of these little pumps. And then they're just like swimming for their lives, and the pumps are sucking them in, and they're swimming for their lives, and the pumps are sucking them in, and boom, 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 they're getting spit out the waterfall in chunks.
They were grinded up. It was gross. And it was stinky.
You guys had to clean it. I had to clean it. I had to go pick up all the little
You did not.
fish food. Yeah, I did.
Anyway, you guys already knew that story,
Right.
so.
Well, I'm leaving.
Bye. Okay, so back to what I was going to tell you guys. I bought this She-Fit and it's a bra, and it may work for you little skinny girls, but I'm not a fan at all, so I'm sending it back. It took me 20 minutes just to get them girls in there. 20 minutes, I kid you not, 20 minutes, and I almost zipped my boobs several times, and I don't know. I was really hopeful. I paid $62 for this bra. And I was like, if this fits, I'm going to order 2 more. But no. No. So there you go. That's what I was going to tell you before all them dudes came in here and screwed things all up. I'll hopefully get Candace to agree to be on the vlog, and I'll see you guys later. Hey guys, it's Thursday. I didn't think about that. I always have to think about that. I'm working on a new project. I'm sure you will have seen this already. I'm certainly far from done, but a giant explosion box. I'm getting ready to do some die cuts for it. And I just thought I'd come and chat with you guys because it's been a busy week. Let me tell you, first of all, Monday evening, my guests arrived and I was so enamored with them. Candace and her lovely friend. Oh my gosh, I love them both so much. But I got so enamored with them, I forgot to do any video. I also, before they even got here, was like, well, I haven't met them before, so I don't know if they would feel uncomfortable being on video. So I just had decided at that point, I'm not going to ask them to go on video. And then I was like, oh, they know what I do. They'll probably be okay with it. But the bottom line is, we did get into so much conversation and enjoyed our time together. They were here about an hour and between an hour and a half. I know I had a great time, and I hope they had a great time, and I'm going to insert some photos. But anyway, our new topic. Guess what? I forgot what our new topic is. Oh, people, it's difficult to get old. Oh, now I remember. Okay. So, our new topic is, who has been the most influential person in your life other than a family member? Okay? No family. Can't tell me your mom or your dad or your uncle or your cousin. No. No. So right now, I'm going to tell you guys, other than any family member, probably the person I would say that has been most influential in my life is a gentleman by the name of John Stasko. He is someone in the pet grooming industry that did seminars, and he made videos, and he sold products that were his own line. And I'll be honest with you guys, first of all, I just thought he was so gorgeous. He's from New York. I'm sure I didn't say that correctly. He had he went to grooming school in New York City, and then he opened his own place. He ended up in Florida and had his own shop for many years, and he is retired now. But I went to one of his seminars, and I learned so much about being a business owner and how to conduct myself as a business owner. John just motivated me. His energy, and the information he gave was so simple that it was like I couldn't possibly not do the things that he suggested to do. It was like easy peasy. So I as with all people that are celebrities, and in my industry, he was a celebrity. He was like the top celebrity. I saw, and his seminars were almost like a concert, that feel. And I went to probably 4 different seminars, and some of them I saw twice. But every moment I spent there, I learned something. And I would wait after and ask him questions. After he was done, he would take questions. Most people would leave, but there were some that would stay. And he was just so real and so honest and non-judgmental. And we got to know each other. We were emailing, and I had asked him when he came to San Antonio, which is where my grooming business was at the time, would he do a consultation? Because he did consultations. He would, go to your business and evaluate it and give you pointers and suggestions on how to make it better. So he came to my grooming business, and I had this huge, not a poster, but it was kind of like a sign about this. I called it the Pamper Paws Club. And it was about how to get people to set up a regular appointment and, grow your business by these core standing appointments. And then your call-ins would be, they were important, but, you had your core base. So anyway, he liked the idea so well that he asked me if he could purchase the idea from me to use in his seminars. And I was like, oh no, I would just be so honored. And he's like, oh no. So he said, can I do this consultation for you for free? No, I think at that time, and gosh, that was more than 20 years ago. At that time, he charged $400. So that was our exchange. Anyway, as years passed, I became a traveling rep for a major pet shampoo company called BioGroom. And so I would travel to the grooming conventions across the country. And of course, John was at all the conventions. And, you know, we would go in groups to have dinner together, or we would just meet and have coffee. And I really got to know him. And it was, we developed a good friendship, in addition to having a business relationship. After a number of years, he had a tragedy, and he went into a deep depression. Let me say, before that happened, there was a show that came out. It was called Groomer Has It, and it was on cable. And, you know, it was a groomer reality show, and every week they would show these groomers, and they would go do grooming and have scenarios. Anyway, we got to the point where we would call each other every week after the show aired, and talk about what had happened. And a lot of times we ended up arguing about what had happened, because I would have one opinion, he'd have a different opinion, and it was fun. But like I said, then he went into this, he had this tragedy, he went into depression, and I wanted to do something for him, to help him realize how much he meant to our industry, and how it wasn't just me, it was many people in the industry who needed him. So I got this idea to reach out to, I don't know how many, 25 maybe, people in the industry, and I asked them, would you be willing to write a letter as if you were writing it to John, and tell him what he has meant to you, as a friend, as a business, you know, relationship, as, you know, whatever your relationship is with him. Would you be willing to write this letter as if you're letting him know exactly what he's meant to you and means to you today? And I said, if you'll include some photos, that would be awesome. Well, I got, you know, everybody was on board. People sent me stuff and emailed me the letters, and I was able to put together a scrapbook. And at that time, I wasn't the kind of scrapbooker I am now. Okay, you got to see me go cuckoo bananas because I ran out of memory. So, back to the story. So, I wasn't the same kind of scrapbooker as I am now. So if any of you saw this album ever, you would think, oh my God, cheesy. But I would put the letter on one page, and on the other, and it was a 12 by 12. And on the other page, I would put whatever photos. And some people actually sent me some, like trinkets, miscellaneous things like tickets, or I guess, I'm not sure exactly, but little things that were memorabilia from their time with John. So I put this together, and he had told me, we talked frequently, and he had told me, he's like, and he called me Marina, because, you know, when I met him, that's what everybody called me. And he was like, Marina, I'm going to try to go to this show, even though I don't feel, you know, he still was in depression. So I was like, oh, good. I'll have the opportunity, because I didn't want to mail this to him. I wanted to give it to him in person. So at the time, he was seeing a specific lady, and she knew what was going on because she had obviously written something for this book as well. And I didn't want to give it to him in public. I didn't want to embarrass him or anything like that. So I asked the both of them if they would come to my room one afternoon. Usually the day that you set up your booth for the show, everybody would arrive like lunchtime, and they'd set up their booth, And sometimes some people, their booth took a couple hours. Sometimes somebody's booth took all day. But anyway, they were able to come to my room in the afternoon, and we met. And I explained to him as best I could verbally what he meant to me. The things that he had done that had made me a better business owner and a better person. Fortunately, John is a devout believer in Jesus Christ. And that was just a huge bonus to being friends with him, because I have a lot of friends who don't believe and who I pray for. But anyway, it was a real moving experience to give this to him and to see him sit there. And he didn't read it all, obviously, at that moment, but he read some of the things and he was emotional. And I told him, I just want you to have this so that when you go home and you're feeling down, because he always doubted. I mean, at that point anyway, he was always doubting whether he had done enough for his industry and the people in his industry. And I said, I want you to have this so that when you doubt yourself, you can take this book out and you can remind yourself what these people think of you, what you have done for these people, what you've done for me. And after all these years, 25, I guess, he sends me, always, he sends me a Christmas card. He sends me an Easter card. He reaches out through virtually on the internet. He sends me e-cards periodically. And I know, because he's in the state of mind he's in, we can't still have the kind of friendship we had before. But the fact that he still remembers me to do that makes me feel like I had an impact on him too. And, you know, every once in a while, I'll just write him an email when I'm thinking about him. And, you know, when we remodeled the shop, I wanted to share that with him. So I emailed him and asked him if he was up to a conversation. So he called me and we spoke for, gosh, well over an hour. And I said, well, I want to send you some pictures because I'm so proud of my new salon and I want to share it with you. And so I did. And he was so happy. And anyway, that's the person outside of any family member that has most influenced my life. You know, my best friend also has seriously influenced my life, but she feels so much like a family member that I don't count her as a person in the category I'm trying to seek from you, which is, you know, someone that's not super close to you. I mean, like I said, John was my friend and we saw each other. I mean, we've seen each other maybe 30 or 40 times, but most of our communication was email and phone calls as opposed to seeing each other. I mean, like I said, I went to about 10 conventions a year, so I saw him 10 times a year and he wasn't at every convention I was at, and I wasn't at every convention he was at, but we saw each other a lot. And the funny thing is sometimes if I was at a convention where he wasn't there and a bunch of us would go out to dinner, we would call him and we would all, you know, put him on speaker, and I don't know, good times. Them were the days. But life changes, life moves on, you meet new people. Fortunately, now I have Honey in my life, and I had stopped doing those traveling conventions when I got my new store because, you know, I had to be there. Well, I take that back. I think I was still for a year when I first got there because I got paid really nicely, and I had a company card, so the company card paid for I mean, I didn't have to put out a penny unless I wanted to buy something for my shop or for me at the shows. But, you know, no matter where we went to eat, company card. But anyway, I could tell lots of stories about those days. But anyway, that's what I want to talk about this week. So let me know your most influential person other than a family member. And yeah, I got a couple of complaints last week that my vlog was too short. So hopefully I'll have time to chat with you guys some more. And I have lots of people asking for me to take you outside to see the pond and how everything's growing. And I think I will do that this morning. It's a beautiful day out. We're supposed to get some showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. I love thunderstorms. Oh, that's going to be another topic of conversation sometime. All right, I'll catch you guys later. Last week I had a couple of requests to come outside, and I needed to water anyway. But I wanted to show you. I planted these, I think it's called salvia. This year, those pretty red plants I had planted here didn't make it through the winter. This is one of the grasses that they put in, which it's surprising to me how big it got. She told me it would. One of the truthful things that she said. I planted these 6 weeks or so ago. They're doing really good. I think those are petunias. There's Ryan's little fairy garden. And her sandbox. There's a couple more grasses over there, and that's a bush that they pulled out of the front yard and put back here, and it's doing well. There's a really weird plant on the other side of the fence. This thing. Does anybody recognize this plant? It looks like a prehistoric plant to me. I don't know what it is. The leaves are huge. So just curious if you know what that is. As a matter of fact, there's another one on the other side of the playhouse, and those are the only places where these grow, is on each side of the playhouse. Weird. The pond is looking real pretty. Really nice aqua color. This is another plant that lady planted last year. And it's gotten huge, but I'm not a big fan. Not a big fan at all. It looks kind of, I don't know. The actual green part of it just looks like a weed to me. So, I mean, it's gotten really big. This one is supposed to bloom. She planted that one. My water plants aren't doing very good at all. I'm just, I guess I'm not I don't have a water thumb. There's some more grasses that were planted, and there's some weeds coming up over there I got to take care of. These petunias are doing really nicely. And this is a purple and an albino salvia. And this is just a mix of all kind of stuff, but doing well. And then there's a couple of hanging baskets. But I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera off and do some watering. Honey finally got this area cleared out and got the stuff put in storage. So now we got to kind of clean this up and have it ready, because we're going to have a 4th of July event. We got this thing last year, never used it, not even once. And these are lights that were taken out of the shop when I did the remodel, and Honey wanted to keep them to put in the garage, so he needs to get them off the back porch because I got to get ready for a party in a couple weeks. So really happy with how Honey kind of redid the pond and stuff, and the color is beautiful. The problem is we have to get an ecosystem built up, and they just didn't design this for a proper ecosystem. So Honey's going to have things to work on to get that done. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed the backyard. Guys, it's Saturday. I've been working on some clean and simple cards. We'll see how they come out. I've also been watching a lot of videos, and for those of you who've been longtime subscribers, you may remember about a year ago we started, well, actually more than a year ago, we started prepping, and about a year ago I really got back into it because, you know, things in the United States seemed off and like some crazy shit could happen. But I will tell you at this point, and from watching the channels that I watch, I really think that things aren't getting any better. As a matter of fact, they're getting considerably worse. Before, I used to think it was going to be a financial meltdown. And now, I think it could very well be a civil war. The things that are going on with the way people are treating the president, and I'm pretty much talking about the people within the United States who have not yet accepted that our president is Donald J. Trump, are doing things, especially those that are in, that have a platform, you know, the actors, the so-called comedians, people putting on plays that depict the assassination of President Trump, things like that. And, you know, the assassination attempt of more than 20 congressmen. Fortunately, more did not get killed or injured, but, you know, now we have people on the left saying that Congressman Scalise deserved what he got. It's like, what is going on? What is going on? Why would people say that? Just disturbing. And I just watched a compilation of, you know, now we've got Johnny Depp coming out. I never liked Johnny Depp, so I'm not, you know, saddened. I mean, I'm disgusted, but I'm not saddened because I didn't like him anyway. You know, that he would come out saying, and ooh, they're right, because he is a Disney actor from Pirates of the Caribbean, and Disney does not like to be involved in stuff like this. Well, we'll see what happens with that. I'm just disturbed, highly disturbed, and I'm going to kind of, I mean, we haven't stopped really prepping. We just haven't been like heavy into it, but I'm going to start paying more attention and picking up more things that we need to have in our arsenal of items. And I'm making some cards, and that's why I'm distracted talking to you. But yeah, just really things have been unbelievable as far as what's going on, what people are doing, and how it's becoming more normalized for people to say these horrible, evil things. Look at this. I love those. I love those. So anyway, I'd really, for those of you who live in the United States especially, I'd really like to know your feelings on what's going on. Whether you're a liberal or a conservative, I'd like to know what your thoughts are about that. Because I'm highly disturbed. So anyway, that's Saturday morning. The guys, oh my gosh, we got a new pump for the pool yesterday. I brought it home and Blake's like, what's that for? And I said, that's what Dad told me to go get. So I went and got it. He's like, it's huge. And Honey is just like chomping at the bit for tomorrow so he can get going on getting that installed. So the pool will be all ready for Rihanna when she gets here next weekend. She'll get to get in her mermaid outfit and flip around in the pool and do some fun videos. So, all right, guys, I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Sunday afternoon, guys. What did you get? What is it?
Allergy killer and preventer.
Okay.
And clarifier.
Okay. All right. Show us the pool. By the way, you know how she said that plant right there is like really small? She's like, oh, it'll get really big. It's really big, and it looks like a big weed with purple flowers on it. I don't like it. Now that one over there well, it kind of looks like a weed too, but I don't know. These things did get big. She didn't lie about those.
Yeah.
Are you going to get me the weed killer so I can do that tomorrow?
Yeah.
You've told me that the last 5 weekends in a row, and you don't. Because I want to kill them before, you know. Wow, that looks really good. That looks really good. I'm so excited.
Here in just a little bit, I'm going to get in and stir it up.
Stir it up? There's hardly anything in there. I mean, I guess there's a little bit of dirt in the bottom. So, guys, we got this new giant monster pump. Can you see it?
No, it's underneath.
It's underneath? It fit under there?
Yeah.
I didn't think it would fit. This is what Honey's been doing all day. Well, half a day. He likes to get his rest on the weekend.
Yep, sure do.
And I leave him alone. I craft. Ooh. What's that, like the escape hatch to underneath? To under the deck?
Yeah, that's the access panel.
See, if you guys had cleared all this stuff out, it would have been so easy for you to get over there.
It would, you're right. Or you can just crawl over the top like Rose does in 2.5 Men.
Like Rose in 2.5. Oh my God, do you realize this deck, we need to use that stuff we're going to do on the front deck. So next summer, this deck will need to last one more this summer.
Oh, it will.
And next summer, we'll redo this. See, last night we were talking about, you know, the list of things that still need to be done to the house for us to be finished. And it was like, what? Like 8 things?
Yeah, but that 8's going to turn into 30.
Yeah. That looks so inviting.
Oh, I'm going to get in there here in a minute. I'm sweating.
I want to, I mean, are you going to be able to, like, get the top cleaned off so I can, like, put the cushions on the couch? And
Yeah, I just want to finish the heater plumbing. The whole world's a stage.
It is.
Like
Last week my vlog was only 33 minutes and I had complaints. They were like, this was too short. We need more. So here you are. And they like you.
So here you are.
Here you are. They like you. I got to go in the little house. I got to show them something in the little house.
Okay, I'm not going in the little house.
All right.
I'm going to push you in the pool.
No, you're not. I don't feel good. There's Rizzo with her pink feet. Rizzo, come here. Show everybody your mohawk. Come here. See your mohawk, guys? Be still. Be still. Look at that. Look at that. She's so cute. All right. So you see the little house. Pink. It's trimmed out in pink. I came in here earlier and I gotta do a video on this. Oh, the light bulb's out. Rihanna has decided that she wants to change up her style in here, and she wants it to be a mermaid house, which is a little bit traumatizing, but the big thing we're gonna have to do, gonna have to get rid of the pink stuff, get rid of the wreath, take down all the ornaments off the tree. I don't want to paint this kitchen. I really don't want to paint the kitchen, so that'll stay. Because you couldn't even paint this. It's like plastic. But we're going to do a mermaid theme in here. And I've already bought some things. I bought this, and I'm going to put seashells on it. And I got some like ocean looking flowers. And I'm trying to open this bag. Well, I'll be back. So I got some things, like I found this big seashell at TJ Maxx. $8. I got this mermaid wall hanging. It was on sale for $15. It was 50% off, $15. And I got this. This was half off, so I don't know. $8, $9. And I got a tissue holder that's kind of like this too, but it's still in the house. Anyway, this is battery. I got this for $6, and I'm gonna make some of these for her to put on shelves and stuff, but for $6 I thought that was really nice. And these are some of the things that I got to go on the wreath along with the shells. So like this is going to go away. But yeah, so I'm putting stuff away in this box. Like this is gonna I'm gonna have to make her a new thing. But I figure it's been this way for like 2 years. So, I mean, if every 2 years we have a theme change, it's okay. And I'm gonna do a challenge, just to give you guys a heads up, you guys that watch the vlog. I'm gonna do a challenge to do mermaid and ocean themed ornaments for her tree. So I will put all of these away, and you know, sometime when she wants to change it back to pink, we'll change it back to pink, but it's gonna be mostly blue. I ordered her a new rug and some other stuff. You said you weren't coming in the little house.
I was just telling you I've got it rented out.
I don't think so. I'm just telling everybody that Rihanna has decided she wants a new theme inside her little house. She wants an ocean themed mermaid house. So
then we're gonna have to change it up and have a bubble making machine.
There you go. That's a good plan. I need to find one of those.